4, the Dane County medical examiner has identified the Verona man who was found dead in Lake Mendota last week. The medical examiner is still looking into how and why 44-year-old Mauricio Aponte Tafur died. He died last Tuesday, July 22nd. Crews responded just after 3:15 in the afternoon to the north end of Governor's Island for reports of an unconscious boater in the water. Rescue crews tried to save his life, but he later died.